Okay, today I'm going to be recording the steps for Chapter 4, Lab 2, which is the Designs by Dolores website. Lab 2 is on pages 260 to 263 in your textbook. Okay, the first thing you need to do is navigate under Files and open up your folder for Designs by Dolores. In the Designs by Dolores site, you should have multiple web pages within this site. If you don't have multiple web pages, call me over and I will help get you started. We're going to be using 3 of the pages to add tables and a form. Okay, the first step is to open up the services.html page. Services.html currently has no content, so we are going to be adding a table. Where it says insert content here, you are going to backspace that generic placeholder text, and I'm going to insert a table according to the instructions on page 261 and 262. So you're going to go to Insert, find Table. The first table is going to have 4 rows, 2 columns, a table width of 800, border thickness of 0 pixels, cell padding of 5. We want to select a left header so that the bold text will be at the end of our rows. The caption is going to read our services, and the summary is as follows. When you're done typing that information in, you can hit OK. The table is inserted and you're going to enter the text as shown on page 260. Additionally, we're going to make the caption Our Services bold using the Properties window. And you can go to Format, Align, and Center. If you mess up, you can always use that undo arrow. The rows should auto-size according to your needs. So website design, that first column should shrink down. Right now it's approximately 140 for the width. You can keep it like that. Okay. Once you've created that table, it says to center the entire table on the page. So you have to click on the table so that you get these black sizing handles, these little squares right here. If you click on the table just right, you will have those sizing handles. At that point, you can go to the Format menu, select Align, and then Center so that your entire table is centered. I would now save the changes to that page and view your document in Internet Explorer or Chrome. Okay, my internet isn't responding now. I'll give it another moment. There it is. Okay, so your table should look something like this. There are no borders because we made the border with border thickness 0, and it's centered on the page with a bold heading. Alright, then you can close out the services page. Now, under Designs by Dolores, we're going to open up our pricing.html page. Again, if you don't have pricing.html, call me over to help. Pricing has no content in it, so we want to insert a table with our pricing information. Backspace, insert content here. We're going to insert a new table by going to Insert, Table. This table will be 5 rows, 3 columns, a table width of 500 pixels, border thickness of 1, cell padding of 2, a header at the top, a caption that will read Service Pricing, and a summary that says this table contains information about services and pricing. When you're done with that, you're going to click OK. Alright, we would like to make our table caption bold, so highlight the heading and click on bold. Next, I'm going to insert the information according to page 261, figure 4-90. So go to page 261 if you don't like going back and forth from the video. Actually, rather than have that double space in between, you're going to hit Shift Enter to get a single space. Shift Enter to get a single space. And then Tab to go from cell to cell. Again, Shift Enter to get a single space. So we're describing the services that we put in the last table, but we're giving a price for each of the services. Okay, Okay, now we're going to center this table, so make sure you click on the edge so that you get all the sizing handles to pop up. Go to Format, Paragraph Format, Align, and then Center. Okay, I'm going to save and view my website in Internet Explorer or Chrome. And here's your pricing page. Next, I'm going to close out the pricing page. And finally, I want to add a form to my contact page. So you're going to open up the contact page. It's going to say contact.html under the Designs by Dolores site. Delete the generic placeholder text where it says insert content here. And now we are going to start out our form by adding a table. So insert table. You should be getting good at this. This is going to have 5 rows, 2 columns, a table width of 600 pixels, border thickness of 0 so we don't see it's a table, cell padding of 5, no header, no caption, and then a summary. This table contains the contact form. And then OK when you're done. Alright, I'm going to type in the information that is shown on page 261 for this form, starting in the left column. First name, last name, and then I'm hitting tab twice. Alright, now on the right column, first row, I'm going to click in that cell and go to my Forms tab. Once you're on your Forms tab, you have all the options you need. This is going to be a simple text field. The ID for my text field will be L name, access key L, tab index 1, and then OK. Click in the second row, second column next to last name. Make sure you're on your Forms tab and you want to insert a text field again with the ID L name. You're going to skip the label. Access key will be L, tab index 2. And then OK. Email, another text field. So I'm going to go to text field again. ID will be email, no label. Access key E, tab index 3. So somebody could hit tab 3 times to get to this field. And then OK. For the phone number, it's going to be another text field. Select text field. ID will be phone, access key P, tab index 4, and then OK. For the business industry, we're going to be having a drop-down list. That's a list or a menu. So here is our option for list menu. Make sure you click next to business industry. So second column, 5th row. Select list menu. The label is going to read industry, access key I, tab index 5, and OK. Now we want to start adding our choices. So click on the actual drop-down list. Under properties, this needs to pop up here. So if you're not clicked on it, make sure you click on it. Go to list values, hit that button. We are going to have a couple choices here. So I'm going to hit the plus button. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to type in the first one. Hit plus. The first item is going to be financial. Then hit plus. Next option, law. Hit plus. Retail. Hit plus. So these are business industries for people that we are going to potentially design a website for. That's what Dolores does. She designs websites. Government. Hit the plus. Engineering. Hit the plus. Education. Hit the plus. And finally, other. And then OK. We want to use other as the initially selected value. So down here under properties, you're going to scroll down and make other the initially selected. So when somebody goes onto the website, that's the first option they'll see. Okay, now I'm going to click on the right side of my table and hit enter because we want to add a button underneath. The way you add a button is on your forms tab, you go to this button. It's a little white button. We want to call this submit. Access key S. Tab index 6. And then OK. Now I'm going to click to the right side of that button, hit enter. I want another button that'll say reset. So click the button. The ID will be reset. Access key R. Tab index 7. And then OK. Now since it already says submit as the default, you have to change it under the properties, make sure your button is selected, and go to reset. That will make this a reset button. You could also type in value as reset. Okay. At this point, we are done. I'm going to save and then check it out in Internet Explorer. Should look like this. Make sure other is the reset. The default value. You have all these choices here. I'm going to close that out. And you are done. Call me over if you need any help.